And welcome back to episode 22. 22? Episode 22 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my co-host and point man, Malcolm Pump Fake King. What's going on?
What's going on, everybody?
And then always, my guy from the left coast. I see he got the shirt on, so this is the last time I'm going to give him Aaron the Bank is Closed Spencer. What's good?
Man, I appreciate, I'm saying, repping this, the Bulls on there. That's a nice touch. Can't tell me about that. I was surprised. I did a white girl face. And
Mark, I will give you the honors of introducing our illustrious guest this evening.
Absolutely. We go way back, way back. This is Eric Stutz, Mr. Man of the Hour. We've been, longtime friends, classmates. Well, we went to school since fifth grade, since I was 03. So we've been down for a while. But yeah, this is my man, Eric.
Man, thank y'all for having me.
Shit,
man, feeling good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Bro. Appreciate you joining.
I'm excited. Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's get into it. Where is it that you currently play, sir?
So my last, I was just in Israel, first year there, but I tore my MCL, so I wasn't able to finish the season. So right now I'm back in the U.S. rehabbing and getting ready for next year.
That's what's up. And good luck. Good luck. And I apologize to everybody out there. We played Mr. Stutz's college highlights. We couldn't play the professional stuff for whatever reason. I shall not disclose. It's not anything serious, but we just couldn't play those really. But all the same, my G Bald, I will give you peas on that. I like how they broke down your professional. Was that still your professional? How they broke it down into categories?
Yeah, that was the agent who did that for me.
The college highlights though was just live. They was just live though.
It was just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
You was a bucket. I seen you out there, man. You was my little bucket, like
man.
You was on that wing waiting on it.
I feel like if you were just, you say you 6'9" now?
6'9", yeah.
I said if you was just probably 2 inches taller, you would honestly be able to replace Kelly Olynyk and get him the fuck out of here, his non-defense playing ass.
Where's he playing now?
He's
not
in
Miami.
No, he got traded.
Yeah,
he got traded.
Hey, Siri. What is
Because he was in Miami last, right?
Yeah,
he was on Miami.
He did, and I know he got traded too. I just can't think.
I think he's still in Miami.
Hey Siri, who does Kelly Olynyk play for? I just gave me his name.
His game is
Rockets, Houston Rockets.
There it is.
Okay.
Wow. Well, they buried him deep. They buried him down deep. We're gonna put you somewhere where you'll never be found.
You haven't heard from him since.
Right. No, you haven't.
I mean, he's been doing all right though. He does all right. He always does decent offensively.
Yeah, he fit that role for the Heat really well. Coming off the bench, stretching the floor out.
Right.
That worked perfect for him.
But if you want him to play any kind of defense, it's not happening.
Yeah.
It's not happening. And that's the difference I saw between your game. It seemed like you was definitely willing to get down there and throw your body around. Yeah, I don't know about Kelly.
I'll take a charge every now and then, but I'm getting too old to take charges though.
Right.
I bet. Falling that high.
That hardwood getting real hard, boy. That hardwood.
Yep.
Listen. Sometimes I just want to get down on the knee, like to pick something up. I put my knee on some hard ground, be like, God damn, shit hurt.
But I will say this though too, Eric, because it just dawned on me. So I definitely would rather see you in the NBA than Cody Zeller. You're one of your former on the court nemesis back in high school.
Oh, really?
Eric used to play. We used to play against. What school did Cody go to in high school, Eric? You remember?
He was at Washington.
Right.
About 45 minutes away. Yep.
Right. So you played against all him and his brothers. Was it just him?
I think we played. I think the middle one was Tyler. I think we played against Tyler too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cody's going bald now, and he's struggling on the Hornets. I'm like, man, they should have my guy Eric out there.
Tyler,
he's getting paid. He's getting paid.
Right.
Oh yeah,
right.
You know that.
He's getting paid.
Listen, that's all that matter. But you you played against both of them, huh? That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Played in high school. Yep. Then Indiana All Stars. We played on the same team together.
Okay.
Are those the toughest opponents you faced in high school?
In high school, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
They were.
They was every time they showed up and gave y'all hell.
Mm-hmm.
It just a 7-foot high school kid was tough.
Right. And you was probably always the 5, huh?
Yeah, undersized 5.
Right.
Hey, elbow the shit out of him. Back.
Listen.
Straight to the rib cage.
He the king of throwing bows, boy.
I didn't see him. Yeah, he looks like he got that game.
You get 6 fouls. I'll be damned if I ain't using 6 of them.
That's that PJ Tucker.
He ain't lying neither.
Eric, you said that's that who?
PJ Tucker.
Oh,
yeah,
right. Yeah.
Listen.
Dennis Rodman. That's why he's a Bulls fan, probably.
That's how PJ eat, man. He eat off of physicality. One of the last few that can do it.
But
was he? He's 6'5".
Yeah, PJ's undersized.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, PJ's undersized, and
some people you see in real life, you be like, "Damn, PJ."
I mean, he's still big,
right?
But he's a little bit taller than me, probably, but you playing the 4?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he's extremely fit for that.
Hey, look, I get it. But if you saw some dude your height and he was the point guard in the league, like you point guard in the league, okay. I'm not saying he can't be, but you be like, that means, hey.
Isaiah Thomas is a monster.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, he got hard. But I did want to ask Eric, coming from high school playing like people like Cody and Tyler, you went to Eastern Kentucky in college?
Eastern Kentucky, yes. Yep.
How was the speed of the game, like transitionally coming from high school to college to where you're playing currently, or in Spain first? You say you went to Spain first, right?
Yeah, so college, I mean, the physicality and the quickness of the game just increases so much because you got 10 guys that are all Division I athletes. So it's that first year, those first couple games you really see what it's like.
That wake up call.
Yeah. But it's just because everybody can play. At high school, you got some guys that the physicality is just not there. But college, everybody knows how to play the game.
Right. Now playing over, like when you transition over to Spain from that, was there another like wake up call there? Or do you feel like you like caught your rhythm a bit in college to be able to?
Yeah, I mean, I still like as a skill set, I was good, but when you get over to playing in Spain and Eastern Europe, you're playing against 35-year-old men out there that are 6'10", 270. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, so I mean, that's you see some real strength when you go up against those type of guys.
Right. I would imagine it would be a little bit more cutthroat too, because you're not making money on an NBA level. So if you get cut from there, that may be a little bit more devastating to your livelihood, your family, and all that.
Yeah, it's pretty much you don't produce, you don't stay there, you don't get paid. So it's you got a contract, but you're not 100% protected by that contract.
Right.
Mm. Are there like any rules that were like not that you weren't used to that kind of caught you off guard? I know the rules overseas is a little bit different. Was there something a little bit off guard?
Yeah, the biggest one for me is when the ball hits the rim, you can knock it off the rim. So I'm shooting free throws. Yeah, so I'm shooting free throws. I hit the rim, it's bouncing on there a little bit. Some dude just taps it off, and I'm out there complaining, trying to get a goaltending call. They're just looking at me.
What?
Yeah.
Everybody looking at you like you stupid. Like, hey.
That's a good question though.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And you know what? What was you about to say? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you good. Go ahead.
I was just about to say that actually goes into my next question, because with the like the different rules and all that, was there an issue with like the camaraderie or like a team dynamic with having people speaking different languages or not being able to speak languages as well?
Yeah, so when I was in Spain, there was the Spaniards spoke broken English, but they knew the basketball terms.
Right.
But so when I ended up learning Spanish, so we could all communicate with each other. But you would have the coach trying to speak half English, half Spanish, making sure everybody's on the same page. And yeah, there's a lot of times when we had an American point guard and a Spanish point guard. So the American point guard is calling out plays in English, and not everybody's getting it. And then you got the Spanish point guard calling out plays in Spanish.
Now that American point guard should at least learn the plays in Spanish now.
Nah, he was doing his own thing.
Come on. At least the plays. Yeah. I seen you shrug your shoulders, Eric. At least the plays.
They probably talking shit about y'all sometime on the practice.
Oh yeah.
You know it. That's why you learn Spanish. That's why you learn.
He's stupid.
But I was
you went up for a lap and Rick, you heard something, you're like, I don't know what that was. It sounded like he was being nice to me just then.
I learned a lot of colorful ways to cuss in Spanish.
Oh, I bet.
You be talking shit in Spanish now too when you be playing. You be talking shit to them in Spanish.
In Spanish now, because in Spain I could talk shit to the refs in English and they didn't know what I was saying. But yeah, so he
used the opposite of the listen.
So I would speak so fast.
Yeah, I mind
what I was saying.
Listen, that's respect.
I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, or learn a little bit of Serbian to cuss them out in Serbian. So
you learned a little of that too, huh?
Yeah, I had a Serbian teammate, so he taught me some things.
Okay.
Teach me some cuss words.
Yeah.
So with that, Eric, okay. So when you play overseas, because obviously you only took, would you take a foreign language back when we were in high school? Did you take? I
took Spanish for 2 years.
I didn't pay attention. I took it for one. I took it for one, and I quit, bro. I was like, at that point. But my question is, so how did you kind of learn the different languages playing overseas? Was it your teammates? Did you have a translator? I mean, how did that work out?
So with Spanish, I had a little bit of background from high school, college. And then I had a tutor twice a week that the team set up for me. And then I would just sit in coffee shops for hours at a time and just try to talk to people there.
Right.
And you start drinking a little bit, you get a little bit more confident. And
right. That's what's up.
Yeah, so it was just trial and error. They told me when I was wrong, and I would correct it, and I just keep on trying.
That's what's up. Now, did they give that point guard the same tutor twice a week?
He had the option, but he chose not to.
Oh, that's clearly he did. The motherfucker didn't know the plays. That should be lightweight mandatory. At least know the plays, sir.
Yeah, no, for sure. But 8:30 comes early.
Listen. Yeah. Hey. But what about when you went over to Israel? Was it different there as far as like language barriers, development, and working with different teammates?
Yeah, so in Israel they pretty much all spoke English. They're pretty
that'd be
westernized.
a little easier.
Yeah, they're very westernized over there. So the majority of people speak English. The coach spoke all English, and if he was mad, he would speak Hebrew, and then I knew not to pay attention. I knew it wasn't at me. If he's yelling in Hebrew, me and the other American, we're talking amongst ourselves, knowing that we're all good.
Right. Is it just one other American dude there?
Yeah. So typically, like in Israel, you can have two foreigners on a team, and then that's it. So only two Americans, and then the rest are Israeli. And then in Spain, it was you could have 5 foreigners, but we had a guy from Morocco, from Serbia, from Croatia, and then 2 Americans. Then the rest were all Spaniards. So each league has its own rules on how many foreigners you can have per team.
Okay.
That makes sense though, because you can't have a whole American team. That would defeat the point.
Right. Yeah, so they try to get the local guys.
You can definitely have a whole foreign team.
Yeah, when you get to like the Euro League.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, well, I never thought about it like that. I never thought about this.
I honestly think that's for a couple of reasons. I think first of all, I think the only way you would end up having an all foreign team is based off of trades. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just how are you just bringing in all foreign players? There's not enough for you to do that. So you have to acquire them from different teams.
You might draft the whole foreign team. Just take them. Every
name that has an accent by it. Give me that guy. You might get a couple blacks on your team that way too, though. So they snuck in.
You go see Dennis Schroeder, be like, okay, Dennis Schroeder, so he's German, all right. Yeah. Oh, okay.
But then you got a lot of these guys that have dual citizenship. So like if I had a German citizenship too, I could be counted as a local player instead of as an American.
Yeah, okay.
Now, would that work? That would work to the team's benefit.
Yeah. So they look for that because
they try to encourage you to get a citizen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, how long is my contract, motherfucker? You trying to get me to live here to cut me the next day?
Exactly.
So yeah, how does that work, Eric? With living, because like you said, with the lifestyle, like you played in Spain, you played in Israel, so. How do you and your wife, how do you guys get adjusted to living and trying to live a normal life, although you've kind of got a hectic life playing basketball everywhere?
It's a good question.
I mean, I've had to adjust from different cultures and from Eastern Europe to Western Europe. So it takes a few weeks, but you get a routine down. The team will usually set you up with some people that'll help you out. And once you get the routine, usually the people around the team take care of me, and if I have any issues, any questions, or any concerns, I just call somebody.
That's what's up. How's the the fandom over there? Like do you have a situation where you go out and people recognize you for being the big man on their favorite team type shit?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these are small cities, so
okay, that makes sense.
It's the professional team there kind of at the center of the city. But like in Israel, though, we didn't have any fans at all. So
really?
It was a little bit just because of COVID, we couldn't have anything still.
Right.
So that was a little bit more different situation. But like in Spain, we had like a group of diehard fans, and they were always, you see them out and they're always talking to you, buying you a coffee or whatever.
Never spent a on coffee. Hey, so it's like as far as that with being out there, is there like some type of sponsorship offers? Like, do you get offered like like a candy commercial or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Car commercial.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's in the contract, but usually we'll do it for the team, and then it just kind of goes to the team. It's usually not anything individual. It's always through the team, and then they'll pretty much make you do it because it's part of the contract is you have to appear in whatever they want you to appear in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those beginning of the year Cavalier rollout commercials where they film everything at one time and use it for a whole bunch of different shit.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. That's what's up. Now, what is so that because we kind of got into it about them wanting to get into the citizenship thing. How are the living arrangements for the time that you're over during the league? Because you said that's usually from May to September.
Yep, May to September typically, or September to May.
September to May. Okay. Oh, but so
you
rounding it back. You rounding back around the whole year there.
Yeah, it's typically about 8 months in overseas and 4 months in the States.
Okay.
But now they hooked me up with an apartment. It's all on them. They set everything up for me. So meal, restaurants, they set up. So
that's
I show up and so when I get there, everything's taken care of.
Oh, that's what's up.
They basically kind of keep you out of trouble a little bit.
Yeah. They got their eyes on us.
Here's some places that you can go.
Right.
Don't go here by yourself.
With that being, continue.
I'll say when I was in Eastern Europe, I was on the border of Albania and Serbia, and I was told don't cross this lake because you're going to be in Serbian territory. And there's a little bit of conflict that goes on, but I stayed away from that.
You better not even cast your fishing wire out.
Yeah, so I've seen a few things. Yeah.
Oh man, God damn, that's crazy. What was I about to say?
Well, let me ask you this real quick, Eric. While you're thinking of that,
right?
So Eric, so obviously, like I said, I mean, clearly we go way back, you and I, right?
Yep.
So thinking back to when we were kids, right? And you're that dominant kid at the time, dominant kid like you were, killing it in basketball. I mean, you were always the man of basketball. We always knew that. Did you ever think that you would go this far? Like, did you think you would just play in maybe some college and then that'd be it? Like, what were your thoughts growing up as far as your success goes, predicting that?
So even playing in college, I didn't think I had a chance until my junior year when I first got some D3, D2 offers. And then I thought maybe I can go play college basketball. And then I had a good summer, got Division I offer. So I knew I was going to play basketball and get a free education. But playing overseas didn't occur to me until my senior year of college when Asians started contacting me saying, hey, you can do this. We got some places that you'll fit in really good at.
Well, no. When did you actually get to be your height right now? When was that? Like, I know sometimes you be like a freshman, you like 5'10" or some shit. No, I was 6'3" next year.
I was 5'10" as a freshman, exactly. Sophomore year, I was
look at him.
6'3", yeah, and then
roll some dice, man. We're gonna play some crap.
Yeah, you hit it right on because I was playing like the point guard or the 1-2 position, 8th grade freshman year, and then I shot up to be 6'4" my sophomore year, and I was so skinny and my body wasn't used to that, so it was a tough year.
That's why your shot is so fluid.
I had to start cause I was never a post player. I never wanted to bang down low and do any of that stuff. Right. I was always on the perimeter. And then my senior year I got to be 6'8", and it hit the growth spurt pretty late.
So
I wouldn't say so.
So, and not to take us off topic, because I know Malk was on to something, but so what exactly do you feel stopped you from making the league?
Probably my athleticism. Just the speed and quickness of the NBA is
right.
It's a totally different level. I think skill wise, I'm right there.
I think so.
But you look at some guys like Lou, not taking anything away from Lou Dort, but he's an athlete, can stop anybody on defense. But I think he shot in the playoffs last year, like 1 from 9 from 3, 1 from 11.
Oh yeah, and he's a real athletic cat. Like he can jump, he can run, he can defend. But so damn it, he can't score.
So you find athletes that they got 40, 45 inch verticals and quick that I can't. Yeah, it's the athleticism was never my strong suit.
But I do feel as if you are the perfect like corner threat. I'm just thinking like even Kelly. Like Kelly is not athletic at all. And he's not even giving effort on D.
He might be sneaky athletic. See, in the NBA, he gets mad. You know what I'm saying? He can't beat LeBron James in no sprint. Hell no. But he might beat all of us in the sprint. All of us. You know, I don't know about, maybe not you, but I'm saying though, like I know definitely my ass gets smoked.
He's athletic for sure.
Malcolm, I've never seen you in real life, and you getting smoked, my G.
I know I'm getting smoked. I know
LeBron,
Kelly's smoking me, my bad.
Kelly, listen, give me
ain't
another.
Smoking me before I got shot.
Oh well, yeah, okay. Well, we can talk about that later, but we're talking about right now. And
right now, yeah, I'm getting.
I don't know, Aaron.
You might disqualify yourself at this point.
No, I'm still running.
I go against Kelly. I'll go against Kelly now because I know what I've been doing. But I mean, I don't know. I probably still lose. I'm sure I would.
Malcolm be at the track with some sunglasses on.
Stretch it with the shorts.
Hey, Eric will tell y'all that's the only thing I had going for I call it a brief time period was the track. Eric, you remember that was my main. If I couldn't do nothing else, I was going.
I didn't know you run track. I was talking shit, but I didn't know you ran.
Oh yeah, I mean I wasn't.
What you run? I was 400.
I did the 400, the 100, the what?
Oh, you did do the one.
Elementary. I did the 50 and the 60.
So when was you doing the 100 and the 400? Was that high school?
No, because listen,
okay.
Eric remembers.
Eric,
once Trey came in 8th. Look, once one of our friends came in 8th grade, he took over, and I just was like, "You can have it, bro. It's all you." He was
when the athletic story stops in middle school, you kind of got to let it go.
Right, that's what I said. That's why I called it a short. I said a short brief.
I did shot putting in middle school. I ain't talking about
that.
Listen,
now, you missed it, Aaron. Earlier, I was telling Cliff and Eric, I was joking around. I tried out my first time ever for basketball in 8th grade. The coach was like, "Malcolm, try out." I knew I was never good. I was speaking athletic. I was athletic though, right? So I try out, and I didn't make the team. I got cut the last day. And I was joking around with Eric. I said, "Dang man, if you did make me look good a couple times, help me out, I might have made the team that year. At least been on the bench, a couple shots here and there."
Catch you
He ain't supposed to make you look good.
Man, I think I was on the B team though my freshman year.
You supposed to?
Were you?
Oh yeah, y'all was around same height though, or not same height, but y'all, he said he wasn't that tall around that age. So yeah, I guess you said 1-2. He could have got you some passes that you ain't have to dribble on.
I was trying to make the team myself.
I know.
That's you in the corner and you shot the 3 and you airballed that.
Listen, if Malcolm is a low budget street ball, Crawford, not Crawford. Isn't it Crawford?
Jamal Crawford?
No, he dribbles.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Dude with the dreads.
A lot of people got dreads, Cliff.
Shit.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about,
his name might not be Crawford.
Does he play for the Jazz? Crowder?
Jay Crowder, yeah.
Crowder.
JJ Crowder. You should know he played for the Cavaliers at one point. You should know his
name. Right. That's my name for the episode. That's one name of an episode. That's it. Right there. Crowder.
Yep.
That's all he good for is a corner shot. Mouth.
Yep.
Maybe on the wing.
He's strong though. He is strong.
Yeah. Right. Listen, Crowder got game. He's a scrappy guy. He's just one that don't put the ball on the floor unless you have a clear lane, and that's Malcolm.
Yep.
Don't dribble unless you're clearly to the rim.
Right. You know
I'm
me.
asking the same question again, man. With college. In college, who was the toughest player you played? Who went out there? You was like, oh shit.
Ooh.
So
this dude hooping.
The best player we played Wiggins and Embiid in the tournament my junior year. So that team was tough, but
they were on the same team.
Yeah, they were both freshmen that year. But the best player that I played was Isaiah Cannon. Remember him?
Sounds familiar.
I do know.
Kansas.
Isaiah Cannon played in the NBA for a few years, but he was probably the best college player that I ever played against.
Okay.
Yeah, you saw him. You was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Then Robert Covington. I don't know. I think he's at the
E-League.
The Rockets right now, maybe.
I know he was at Philly, but
he was in Minnesota too. Yeah,
he's
Minnesota to Philly, and then I think he might have got traded again. I think Eric's right. I just don't know where. It might be
on the team. He's on the team somewhere.
Yeah, he's still in there.
So yeah, we played him. He was in our conference, and he was scoring at will.
Oh, I bet.
Yep.
I bet.
And you guys, my bad, Cliff. You guys
went to
you guys went to the tournament one year, didn't you, Eric? Or did you?
Yeah, 2014. So. And ran into Kansas. We were tie game with 4 minutes to go, and then they made a little run. And we lost by 10.
Who was on that team? Not Derek Williams and
no, it's Joel Embiid and Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
Oh.
Frank Mason.
Right.
They was playing some. Y'all played for a college team.
Yep.
Y'all played some dogs. Like
So that year, our team we were all juniors and seniors. So we had some experience, and they were all freshmen. But they were all
throwing good picks and shit.
We had them where we wanted them, but yeah, they just at the end of the game, they were too big for us.
So let's reverse that question. Who's the best player in college you've ever played with? Even if it's a no name.
Yes, I have a teammate right now, or a teammate in college named Corey Walden, who is in the Euro League right now. He's playing for Australia Roja in Serbia. So he had a couple stints in the NBA, but never really got a foot there. And he's in the Euro League, second best league, doing his thing right now.
And what's his name again?
Corey Walden.
Corey Walden. I'm gonna look that up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, he's tough.
Okay.
I remember, Eric, seeing you in the tournament. That's why it dawned on me. And Cliff, you a long time ago, you probably don't remember. But I probably said something to you saying back when 2014 when Eric played in the tournament, I probably said something like, "Hey, my boy's on TV playing in." Yeah, so that was pretty cool that you got that experience, though, man.
Right.
And,
Cliff was probably like, "Man, shut the hell up, guys."
he probably thought I was lying.
I wouldn't
have thought you was lying or anything, but
we had just met Aaron, Cliff, and I like the year before, so I was still, new, somewhat new at the time with Cliff. But anyways,
that's what's up, though.
Yeah. So I had a peace and love headband on at the tournament, and I got interviewed a bunch for it, and that's all they were talking about, was it?
Your headband.
Yep.
He was building your brand.
I was trying to.
You see,
that was back when Twitter was number one.
Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into the real shit, and then we'll get into some stats and shit. I'll ask you some questions about NBA going on currently. But how do you feel about Paulie P getting fired from ESPN for living his best life?
So I actually haven't seen the full clip. I know what he did, but that's on him 100%.
I think so too.
Especially now, you got social media everywhere. You got to keep those two separate, especially when you're with ESPN and what it was strippers, right?
Yeah, they were still clothed for strippers, but
I mean, what I seen.
I think I didn't like him on ESPN anyway. He was.
Right.
I think he was just jealous of.
He's a hater.
There's the real take. That's the take. Now that's something that I haven't heard and I agree with totally.
Because he's trying to say LeBron wasn't. He's not up to that level.
He's better than LeBron. He's better than Wade.
He's trying to be like a new version of kind of like a Charles Barkley type.
Right.
Yeah. When he came out, I see what you're saying.
You know,
and he was a great player too. He the way he could score was incredible. He played the old man's game.
Paul Pierce's early years is underrated, nigga. When he was with the Celtics when they were terrible.
Yeah.
He was nice.
He's an incredible scorer, but just what he did to himself, I think he kind of made himself look a little stupid.
Yeah, I agree. And they said, I heard a release that ESPN said that they wouldn't have fired him if it was anybody else that would have leaked that video. But because he put the video up himself, they was like, no.
Yeah.
You're forcing our hand.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Nothing you can do at that point.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So how do you feel about the KD Rappaport situation?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, obviously, as one of the NBA's best players, you can only do so much. I think you got a handful of guys in the NBA who can do whatever they want, and they're making millions of dollars for the NBA, so they're gonna be able to do what they want.
Right.
That's a tough situation right there because you had who was it, Myers Leonard, who just pretty much got blackballed. His was a little bit different. His wasn't on a private thread, but I think a lot of these NBA players, they got everything they do or say, someone's going to hear, someone's watching. But
you know what? That's it. You're absolutely correct. But you know what? Now that you think about it, and my gears started turning, I think Myers Leonard may be less in the wrong than KD, just because Myers Leonard slipped out saying something in the midst of a game. You know what I mean? Like on a video game.
Hot microphone.
Microphone. You know what I mean? And whereas KD's was premeditated in the sense because you're typing these words out and nothing crossed your mind to say, let me stop with this homoerotic off-colored shit for a second. And
I don't know what kind of beef that those two had. I don't know what the lead up was to it, but they don't like each other. I know that.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you this question because I'm pretty sure criticism has come across your path.
That was where I was going.
You know what I'm saying? At some point. All right, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I know at some point somebody doubted you and you're like, okay, so I can respond in a couple ways. I can do some bitch shit, or I could just go out there and perform. Right? I could go out there, show what I'm capable of, and just ignore it. I'm just trying to figure out why it's so hard to ignore people nowadays. Like, how is it so hard to ignore? I'm pretty sure you've come across it, and you've had to ignore some shit. Like, man, that's gonna leave that alone and move on.
I mean, especially at social media, I heard some things, but you gotta look at it, and these people are sitting behind a computer. There's no consequences. You can do whatever you want. So
how does KD not see that?
Yeah,
he's sensitive. He's sensitive.
And he's gone his whole career though. He always has to. He hates. I don't know. He hates being criticized.
Even with kids, even the kids can get it. And you know what? And I respect that in a way about him that I don't care how old you are, you can get it too. I do have respect, but my whole thing with that is just like
the word choices used, right? How he defends himself
in that specific situation. In this specific situation with the Rappaport, yes, but
I think his apology was.
Oh, he apologized.
I think he said, "I didn't want people to see me use that kind of language." So it was kind of an apology, but not a direct apology.
There's a half.
I didn't want you to know that I cuss people out like that.
Well, first of all, we already knew that, and to give KD a little bit of credit, him and Rappaport did have a previous relationship before this happened.
Okay.
So KD gave Rappaport tickets to an All-Star game to attend the All-Star game there, and then I guess they had a conversation because Rap's the king of shit talk and KD likes calling people out. They had a conversation about having a TV show about calling people out on the internet that criticize players and all that. I don't know where that went left, but I guess from knowing that, from that information being released, it kind of makes more sense to me as to far as why KD would be so comfortable saying shit like that. Because if you had somewhat of a previous relationship, whether you judged it wrong or not, you may feel more comfortable to really express yourself in a way that it's, you know, I know this person. It's, you know what I mean? It's not going to get out. It's private.
I'll give him this.
But Rap was a bitch for releasing it. I will say that.
Yes. But I guess I'll give them both this just to be equal. They both have a lot of shit going on, some moving parts. Like, if this was somebody I knew personally, and it got to the point of that, where money was involved, where we talking about $50,000 fines and shit, because
we gonna call or we gonna meet up?
No, I'm going to come to see.
Right, that's what I mean.
Way before all that shit happened.
I don't gotta say meet me here. Prince, I'll be there.
Yeah. I love Jay Prince. That's my nigga. I don't know him, but I feel like I read his book.
What's his words?
You gonna smell my cologne, man. Bad news is gonna beat you home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not. I'm finna talk to you before everybody else gets to you. I'm gonna give you a chance, to tell me what's real. And we can talk from there, or we can just go from there.
But another thing you gotta understand is that KD. Continue.
He made it seem like it was that deep for him to go that far.
Right.
Like, you're not shaking me that much in my position to where I got to be on like, oh well, you're a her. I'm not finna do that.
Now listen, I know what you're saying though. I get exactly what you're saying, but you also have to understand that KD didn't come up the way we came up. KD's always been great, so he's never had to be in a situation where he's specifically pressing someone. You feel what I'm saying? Focus on the court. I'm sure he had people back then that was like, I got this for you. Like, just
he had deflectors.
Right. So that explains why you would react this way when you're not used to being in a situation in the first place. You know what I mean? Kinda.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people can say that though. At the same time, Cliff, right? There's more than one KD in the league in the sense of.
No, you're right.
Probably
self-control has a lot to do with it.
Right.
You're right, Mal.
You know what I mean? It's just that just tells me that you are bitch assness as far as constructive criticism goes.
Right. No, I get what you're saying.
That's your category.
And that's not wrong. That's not wrong. That's not wrong to say.
And then at the end of the day, you're getting paid all this money, like Eric said. You know, you're a notable player.
That could have ruined him. That could have ruined him. If he wasn't as good as he was, that would have ruined him.
Right.
Yeah, for someone off the bench, they're done for.
You're done. We was talking about getting cut in Israel, nigga.
Yeah.
Right.
where do you live? We're not giving no. You better. I hope you saved your money. You don't get home.
With those players, though, people get so comfortable from behind the computer, from the stands, they think they can say whatever they want. And I mean, in college, you hear some bad shit. And
I'm sorry.
They just think that the fan or the stands separate them. And like, what's his Marcus Smart went up and he punched the guy in the stand. You can't talk to people like this. Yeah, in college.
Well, you can, but just understand that there's going to be a consequence.
There's no consequence.
Exactly.
Yeah, they think there's no they can say whatever they want, and since you're a basketball player, you just have to take it.
Exactly. I don't agree with that.
They're still people. They're still people. They don't want to hear that shit.
Now, what I will say, and what I was going to say, is you will never see or hear me talk bad, especially on any platform like this, about a college player, because that's fucking up their bag. You feel what I'm saying?
And their kids. Their kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And the more people talk down about them, the more like you said, your agent they catch wind of that, and they're like, well, wait a minute, I don't know about him now, and I don't like that. I don't want to fuck nobody's bag up, but I do feel like once you sign that contract to be a professional player, meaning you get paid to do this, that means you get paid to receive this criticism as well.
No. Now, I agree with you.
You can take it however you want. If you want to come meet me,
it's basketball criticism. It's basketball criticism. Basketball criticism.
There's a different type for sure.
Right. That's what we're saying. But at the same time, for somebody like KD, that criticism is enough for me to get in my feelings. And I'm sure there are more KDs out there. They just don't have the platform for it to be viewed the way it is.
True, but
maybe they're tighter on their what's it called, ghost account game. I don't know.
Is this like man? I hope I didn't cut nobody off.
No, go ahead, Aaron.
Nah.
You know, seeing how sensitive you are about something that you're so good at troubles me.
Yeah,
you're so great at it. How could you care?
Right.
Like if I could put 50 on you on any night.
Right.
Say what you want to say. I don't care. I'm not listening.
You're right. Hey, Mount, say what you say, because I was meaning to transition off of this conversation.
No, I just had a 2-part question for you, Eric, because I've always known you to be, calm, collective, goofy. You've always been the chill one, so to speak, right? So I'm sure there's trash talking, and you've had it your whole life with different people in the sport of basketball, especially. So my question is, do you trash talk back, like even to this day, like now? And how do you handle the trash talk if it does maybe get out of line and you feel like you're out of hand when you're playing?
So I will talk. Yeah, I will.
He talks trash in different languages.
Right, you did say that earlier.
And so what I've learned is
that might have been pre-show.
He's trilingual trash talk. Was it pre-show?
It was pre-show.
Might have been pre-show.
Yeah. So I love talking. I love talking trash. I play better if I can get someone to start talking back to me. I love it.
Right.
I had you typically don't find, like in Spain, I couldn't get anybody to talk back to me. It was me and the other American. We were talking the whole time, and they were so respectful, and it throws you off a little bit because I want them to get mad at me.
And that's ironic. And that's ironic because y'all motherfuckers conquered the world, and now you don't want to talk shit back. You want to be all.
That's why they don't talk shit back.
Right? Because they like.
What's your last name? All right.
Once they start talking, I start having fun playing. I know I got them going a little bit, and
it takes you back.
You can. At the end of the game, I'll talk shit to someone, and at the end of the game, I'll tap them up and say good game, and we got no hard feelings when the game's over.
Right. So, that's why I don't like. I'm sorry, I was just gonna say that's why I don't like the on court shit being released to the public. That's different. Once you're in that game, leave it alone. They talk.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Leave that alone.
It's a you got a bunch of guys who want to win out there, but they're gonna do whatever it takes.
But what I was going to say is why we were going to transfer off of that is because I remember saying last episode, maybe the episode before last, if KD does not produce, I'm going to have a problem with you talking so much shit and not. But I got to be 100. He hasn't missed a motherfucking beat, man. He hadn't missed a beat.
That's the problem.
That seems too good, though.
You want to talk about that? You want to talk about that Lakers? You want to talk about that Lakers game the other night thing, Cliff?
Malcolm.
Well, wait, we'll get there.
Go
ahead.
Malcolm, the Lakers. I'm not gonna go there right now.
We'll get there. What were you about to say,
Number
sir?
5 in the West without LeBron and AD.
It's okay. What were you about? Do you have something to say, Aaron?
I'm done with it.
I'm talking about how garbage the Lakers are right now.
Do you have something to say, Eric?
Go ahead and move on because I forgot.
No, I got nothing.
Okay, Malcolm, let's move on to that fucking Lakers game. You beat the Hornets 93-101. That's the game you're talking about, correct?
No, the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets game.
The Lakers Nets.
The Lakers were not clearly favored to win.
Oh, how? You talking about when Kyrie got kicked out?
Schroeder and Kurt, but it don't matter to Kyrie. When we talked about this the other day. Listen, if you have Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, Kevin Durant,
you
Kyrie
still got
Irving,
all
James
stars
Harden,
on your team.
You act like it's just
Harden
like
wasn't playing, was he?
No, he's out. But my whole point, but like Eric, what you just say?
I see what you're saying.
Right. You still got a crew.
It's on you for not being healthy enough to compete.
He's on minutes restrictions. KD was, but I mean, he couldn't lead. I thought they would still win regardless. I had my money on the Nets from the jump.
Y'all know why he got kicked out that game?
Kyrie. Let's talk about that. Go ahead, Aaron. Bring it up.
Well, first and foremost, before we do that, I did want to point out that I said on the game, the episode before, that I thought Ben McLemore would make a difference on the Lakers. I didn't think that it would take you over the top, but I said that would make a difference, and that's why y'all won that game for real.
Let's see what he do in the playoffs.
Top three. You said Ben McLemore?
Yeah. He was balling one game. But listen, I wanted to ask y'all this because since y'all brought it up, KD, earlier in criticism, did y'all hear KD's recent statement about he only cares about his development of basketball and his skills? He's not chasing. He doesn't care about.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I was
right.
Like, well, what I was going to say is that isn't as far as I'm going to give a wide range here. As far as your top 10 NBA players ever played a game, Kevin Durant should be somewhere in that conversation, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Right. What minions and peons are you listening to who are below? You are of a high court of NBA status,
right?
And you listen to people who are of less basketball value than you.
We talked about that when the original conversation came out.
I know.
I said
bring it up again.
But yeah, no, I definitely understand that. There's no reason there's no reason to throw stones down. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you're in the ivory towers, why are you throwing stones down at the people below?
A peasant say you can't. You had a terrible game last week.
Does he need money? Do they need money? Is that what they're asking for? Should I sign a check? Give me an
What
address.
does his father do for a living?
That's how I'd be feeling. Are they saying that they need some cash? Because I'd be more than happy to hand out a couple dollars.
What school did he go to? I'm gonna donate money to a school that he went to.
Listen,
I'm gonna help somebody out.
Next
Apparently
fucking post is KD's the greatest. That motherfucker paid me $15,000 because I talk shit. Then everybody gonna be talking shit and he gonna kill his motherfucking self. And I didn't mean to laugh about that specifically, but
White Mike said preach Aaron in the chat. White Mike just commented. He said preach
truth,
Aaron.
though. I don't get it.
I'm glad you're listening, White Mike. I didn't know you listen to this shit.
What you mean?
Right.
I ain't know.
But hold on. No one answered my question real quick on as far as what did y'all think about KD saying I'm only playing for development, basically saying I don't care about rings.
Cap.
Right.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
100% does.
You're lying. I know you took a 71 instead of going 270 on it, Aaron. I definitely get what you're saying.
I need to get better. I just only tore my Achilles and came back, and I'm damn near averaging 30 points.
Well. I believe it was 12 the first game, shooting 5 for 5. Then he had 19 the second, 22 the third. And then he just finished with 31 against the Timberwolves.
But it's the Timberwolves.
I think I'm giving them future credit, but you're right.
But but you are right though. Like the only reason why he wasn't making
averaging
that
25 is not impossible.
The only reason why he wasn't making that in the beginning is because of minutes restrictions. He really was playing loose against the Timberwolves, and that's the game he scored 31. So to your credit, you are correct. If he's playing a full game for his minutes, he's gonna hit 30. That's an average game for a guy like KD.
Oh, he can score 30 anytime he wants.
Right.
At will.
Yeah, he's easily.
So with that being said, I gotta shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Because I said you better be on your shot. So listen, that motherfucker can talk shit about rap, any kid. He could talk shit about my kid, and I'd be like, Karma.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Karma, what you say to make him mad? Or what did I say to make him mad? Because clearly, he can talk shit about kids. He got a jumper on him.
Listen, he's weak. I mean, he's a great player. Person as a person, I feel we could be friends. We could, you know what I mean? He's a friend. You joke around like, oh, bro, you trash. Oh, what you mean I'm trash? You trying to say, you know what I mean? He's one of those. we had a conversation about that clip. You know, say he's one of those people that take things to heart more. You know, that's the only problem with him. But he is great. He is great.
But he has some. He had some big balls though to go to the Warriors after that.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying, Durant to be able to get beat by you, and then join them.
It's either
he didn't care what anybody's.
That's what I'm saying. You don't care about development, bro. You clearly look what you just said.
It's
you
either
clearly like,
right. It's either
but he knew people were
going to
talk shit about him. Yeah, because
right.
he knew people weren't going to take that lightly. You joined the best team in the history, the best regular
and
season
y'all
team.
had him beat. Like that's why if I was Russ, I would be standing there like this, like
he was. You remember what he said about KD when he left? He was talking
the whole cupcake shit. Wasn't he the one that made the cupcake?
It was like
it's hard not to feel some type of disdain or disrespect for somebody who lightweight went to war with you about something. Y'all went 7 games. 7 games is a war in basketball, right?
Yeah.
So when you split up from that, it's like, how much was you into that last year? Oh shit! How much was you into that last year when we was in that war? Like when we was actually in this, for you to just come out and be like, okay, I'm going to 18 now.
Right.
Last year we was into it with these niggas. Now
he did the ultimate. If you can't beat them, join them. Like that quote right there. If I've ever truly seen it, that was it right there for me. Like, wow, you literally just was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
And then to be able to break that relationship, and that's those guys. Yeah, they're teammates, they're brothers, they're family. But to be able to just to throw the family away
I feel like the niggas' moms knew each other. They moms called each other when that shit happened.
You know it. You know,
had Easter.
You see what your son just did,
right? But Eric, to your point though, I understand why you said balls, because for somebody that is that sensitive about what other people say about them to make that big of a decision, that does say something. And it does. I can't say that it's not balls, because even though I look at it as like more so business, like this is business I need to take care of and I'm going to separate the two, there is still balls involved for you to feel that comfortable with talking shit about people that talk shit about you and take that leap.
Yeah, because that's not an easy decision. The easy thing is you stay where you're at.
Right.
And that's a tough decision to make, to jump ship like that. And he was able to do it.
It was Clay. It was Clay's witch nose ass. He was in his ear. He was in his ear like, it ain't gonna matter, bro. We gonna get the ring. Who cares? We gonna get it.
And Steph too. They was on 3-way call.
Right.
And they got it.
Right.
They did.
Clay threw a purple smoke bomb and said right on his shoulder, like, we gonna get the ring. Don't listen to them.
They'll trying to get KD on that light skin shit. So, your hair nappy as hell. Look at my hair.
Listen, man.
Go get these chips.
And it didn't work, because now that motherfucker.
It did work. He got a championship.
It didn't work for the motherfucker's hair. That shit patchier than it's ever been.
Oh yeah, no. You still feel the.
Yeah, that light skin shit ain't working.
And they got
Stokey though.
They got enough money though for that.
They do. But dang,
y'all niggas ain't got no product. What's it still
doing? They'll fix anything.
Fuck them. No, we gonna get into what I was getting into, and I wanted to say was, and then you can hit that chat afterwards. But we was talking about the Hornets, the Lakers. You said against the Nets, right? Kyrie got kicked. Oh no, let's rewind it back, because Aaron was about to tell us why
Kyrie and Dennis.
Yeah, exactly why that happened. I think I know or heard. I just want to make sure that the stories align.
Well, I hope they do, because this is what I heard. So it had something like Dennis Schroeder call him like he used the N word.
Right. Don't act like you don't say it all episode.
Hey, I'm not gonna say it right now. Because here's my only argument.
It ain't like he said ER though.
That's what I was asking. Like,
but maybe in the and maybe in a German accent, it kind of reminds.
Maybe he said it, and maybe he said it, and he was like, "Oh shit, that triggered something."
Right.
But what I'm trying to say is that even then, you can still pull some out to somebody. Hey, look, man, you know, when you talk to me, don't use that word. Simple.
Right.
Mature. We two grown men. He made it seem like he was gonna throw hands on this man. Then he got face to face with him and was like,
and you know what? It seemed like Schroeder was like, okay, you know what I mean?
He was like
afterwards
this,
he was like, what's the problem? Like what? But what I will say about that is we talked about it even last episode. They've always had a rivalry since Atlanta. When he played for Cleveland and Schroeder played for Atlanta, and they started that back and forth. There was a point in that game where they stopped and was going back and forth with each other. It just didn't get heated enough for people to run in trying to separate them.
So keep that same energy across the league, because Dennis Schroeder ain't the only nigga saying that shit.
Right.
So I'm trying.
But maybe the only one saying it to you though.
He must be saying it in a type of way that, like, it just hit Kyrie across the ear.
Here's my thing, and I heard Shannon Sharp say it on the show, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because if somebody is an advocate for the word nigga, I say nigga all the time. You know what I mean? You feel what I'm saying? But Shannon Sharp said...
I say it when it applies.
Listen, you say it more than I say it. Shannon Sharp said, as somebody who has used the word before, how are you so... And I just thought to myself, like, you coon-ass motherfucking nigga. Like, he can grow. That nigga can grow. Just because he used the word nigga before doesn't mean that he today feels comfortable being called that word. So, what the fuck are you talking about saying because you've used it, you should be able to be called it? Like, that sounds like some coon shit.
That's very true. And all I'm saying to that is that
there's I love Shannon Sharp. That rubbed me the wrong way.
That whole thing, there's a mature way of handling that wasn't achieved.
I do agree.
There's a mature way of saying, like, if you call me anything I don't want to be called, people have called me shit.
No, I was about to say Kyrie reacted opposite of somebody that wouldn't want to be called nigga. He reacted like he said it back to him. Like, nigga, come on. Like, fuck you up. Like, nigga, you know what I mean? As somebody that didn't want to be called it, you kind of reacted like you use it. You know what I mean?
That's going to be a voiceover because niggas will never know. Right. Niggas will never know. They got to tell you on the court.
It's not that deep.
Exactly. My whole point was, and I also I got into it with a friend the other day. We got into a debate about it. He was more upset that he was mad because they're two black athletes that he respects, and he's mad for that reason they got into it. I don't care what color you are. I thought the moral of the situation was it was stupid to me. Okay, he said this to you. You got upset. It could have ended. It didn't have to be that deep. You're thrown off your jersey. You're ejected from the game. Like, clearly, that was the icing on the cake. Clearly, you had things. And let's be honest. They said Kyrie's going through a transformation. I'm not mad at enlightening, like you said. I'm not mad at saying I want to grow. That's fine.
He probably saged Kevin Durant. That's why he been playing. He said that. He's saging.
But do you think there was more said or just that?
That's probably more said. I mean, you know, I mean, as far as trash talking goes and playing ball, I'm sure there was more said, but I feel like you just wanted a reason to get mad.
Basically. I think so too. I don't.
You know what I mean?
It didn't look like he was instigating
it's Dennis Schroeder.
Situation. You know, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying like it's Dennis Schroeder. Like Dennis Schroeder couldn't haul off and fuck you up. But I'm just saying it didn't look like he was instigating a reaction. It looked like he was legitimately like, what the fuck is, what are you on?
But see, that's what I'm saying. There's more notable people we know that would instigate that. You know what I mean? Like, I could see that. But it's like you said, he was like, well, okay. And you're still throwing his face.
Maybe he didn't want to play. Like, let's be honest. Like, Kyrie is like, he's a genius when it comes to that court, but he also plays mind games. You know what I mean?
He's taking a couple games off just for his own personal health.
Like, those are mind games. That's mind games. He plays mind games as well. And
there's times when you don't feel it, you don't want to play, and I understand that. It's just you're not 100% there.
Okay, but listen,
but you still gotta push it out though.
Right,
yeah, exactly. And you're still getting paid to do that.
You willing to learn another language for your team, so you gonna push it out.
Thank you. That's my point. That's my point. Right, that's my point. they're paying you to do a job. This is like you said earlier.
Yes.
This is business. I understand.
You can't call in. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
right.
I mean,
and he's called
I
sick a couple times.
Right.
That's what I'm
sure.
Feel me, Eric? And that's my thing. I get there's a personal side too. I'm not saying don't be human and you guys as athletes aren't human and don't feel things and think things. I'm not saying that. But when you're getting paid, like you said, to do a job, this is your livelihood.
And you're
like,
not just getting paid. You're getting
you're getting
paid.
Fighting through that shit is a part of that. Listen, motherfuckers go to work after dead family members, and you feel like you need a fucking
That's what I was gonna say.
Because you make millions.
Look at Cat. Cat lost most of his family last year. Rest in peace to the Towns family.
Rest in peace.
Lost most of his family to COVID, and he missed, maybe a few games, notably, which makes sense. But he played on. He's still playing on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
didn't mean to cut you off, and I don't mean to take it down anywhere. But I have a question. What's the little homie's name? Rest in peace, the little homie that got killed in Minnesota by the police. What's his name?
DeJuan Wright, I believe. Yeah. DeJuan Wright or something.
Yeah.
Like
now, one of my questions is, and I'm sure, I don't know. I don't even want to say I'm sure. But how do y'all feel about them canceling all sports for today for that? Like, and when I say that, understand I'm saying that a different way, because let's be honest, like, it's the NBA. It may have been a show of faith, a good faith, but what the fuck is a day? What the fuck is
That's
a day
what I was
when it's like
too.
The game isn't over? Like, you're just gonna play it again at a different day.
Right.
Unfortunately, it was the next day. But I
saying think they're trying to use that platform to bring awareness, because them canceling that game, you ask why was it canceled? It brings awareness to what happened. So even if it's still played, they're gonna say, why was it canceled?
But only a select few are going to say, why was it canceled? You know what I mean? Only the ones that knew that game was coming on Monday and it ended up coming on Tuesday. But the ones that didn't are just going to watch the highlights, like me that didn't get to watch, wouldn't got to watch it anyway. So,
I'm gonna try to put the most politically correct as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself. That's the easiest way of saying it. Whenever you feel threatened, you have to protect yourself.
I mean, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, I'm not saying anything about nothing. I'm just saying
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Like, be mindful of your surroundings and protect yourself.
That's I understand and I agree. I didn't want to get into any conversation about that specific situation.
Yeah, that's why I left it at that.
But at the same time, I feel like just saying protect yourself leaves it wide open. Maybe it should be left wide open, though. No, I agree. Protect yourself. Whatever that means, protect yourself.
Hey,
that's what Malcolm X
said. Because when you come up, when you come up and you sense danger, what are you taught? Protect yourself.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree there.
That's all I'm saying.
So yeah, let's move on. But rest in peace. God bless to him and all his family and all that. Let's move on with a question I will ask for everyone just to keep it on topic. Do y'all feel like the Miles Bridges dunk on Clint Capella?
Absolutely.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's what you think?
Yes. Okay. I had in my notes.
Okay. Well, stop. Okay, stop. Nasty. What about everyone else? And we'll go into why. What about you, Eric? You the guest.
The best dunk of the season?
Yeah, you think that it outweighed Anthony Edwards for the best dunk?
Not yet. That Anthony Edwards dunk.
Who had the better landing? Who had the better landing?
That was something else.
Edwards kind of took the spill at the end.
He did.
Well, that's what made me say he still has it. The fact that both of them hit the dirt. Both of them hit the dirt after the dunk. It wasn't just easy like, oh, you know what I mean? And I get why everybody's saying that is because it's Clint Capella. But at the same time, we're talking about Miles Bridges. We're talking about somebody that's 6'8", 6'9", with a 40-plus vertical. If you're not dunking on Clint Capella under the rim, what's wrong with you? I honestly, now I get it. The gather was from far. The gather was from far back. I get that. But regardless, you can't make that argument that because you did it on Clint Capella, that gives you dunk of the year. If you're already, I would put Miles Bridges' offense against Clint Capella's defense.
But I'm not looking at. Here's my thing.
Any day of the week, I'm putting Miles Bridges' offense against Clint Capella's defense. Now, I'm not saying he dunks on him any day of the week, but I'm saying if you give him his offensive range, he's going to do that probably once a day on you if he plays you in a game. It would be more crazy to me if Clint Capella got the block.
No, not at all.
He gets a block sometimes. He gets block. He gets the block. Get the block.
Right, to block a dunk. And then a dunk that he gathered like that.
You have no momentum. You got the guy.
He just dunked straight up under the rim.
Yeah, and then as a shot blocker, you get lost in there. It's shot blockers getting dunked on for a reason.
Right.
You get their hands broke too.
Right.
But I'm looking at the players that they dunked on, so who they are, and then looking at the fact that I forget my other point. The name of the player, the players that they played, and then I'm not looking at the height. I'm looking at the fact that, again, look who you dunked on. Who did Anthony? Right. It was an amazing dunk. Don't get me wrong, but who did he dunk on? Do you remember who it was?
No, I don't.
I don't either. I don't either.
I don't. You're right.
You know what I mean? It's like
was it Zubac?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a center. It was like a small forward.
I'll Google it.
So he played for the Raptors, right?
Wolves. No,
was it the Raptors?
I'm gonna find it out. Anthony Edwards,
because he was a 1 or 2. He wasn't very big.
Yeah, I don't think he was a 1. I think he was either a 2 or a 3. But he wasn't.
So it was Raptors, Eric.
Yep.
And it was on. They're just showing me the clip. It didn't say the name.
Yeah, never heard of the guy before.
That's what I'm saying.
He was off the bench. But see, the thing that makes me say that it didn't top the Miles Bridges is because, like we said in the beginning of the show, and I don't mean to bring it back to you, Mal, but Aaron, your shit ain't still playing, is it?
What?
Yeah, whatever's side video, like watching it.
Background.
No. I heard an echo.
He's saying background noise.
Okay, I was just making sure. But the only reason why I put it above the Miles Bridges is because when Anthony Edwards went up for that dunk and then completed it, he did it with like clear reckless abandon. Like it was just get that dunk off, whatever means necessary.
He's a dog.
Now, the Miles Bridges dunk was like I said, I don't mean to pick on you, Malk, but I said, if you're Jay Crowder, a.k.a. Malcolm Pump Fake King, only put the ball on the ground if you have a lane. And it was very clear Miles had the lane, and Clint was already under the basket, which is why he couldn't properly defend in the first place. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why it didn't look as good regardless of being on Clint Capella, because it was more so of a timing thing than it was an actual athleticism. I got up and
but sometimes it's not about that. I feel like Clifton Sports. I feel like sometimes it is who you.
But we're talking dunk of the year. That's like knockout.
Right.
Like I can't just give it to somebody. Like that's what you do, right? You dunk. That's what you do.
Right.
That's what you do. You dunk, and then you did it on Clint Capella. Oh well, y'all aren't far off in height. What are you, 2 inches off in height? Oh, well, that's the same as him dunking on a 2, right?
Right.
So it should almost be more exciting to see somebody leap as a 2, on a 2, and dunks, as opposed to somebody that dunks to dunk on. I get it because he's a shot blocker, but if you got the lane, you got the lane. The dunker wins every time. Or like Aaron said, somebody gets their hand broken because they put a hand on the ball and the dunker had the lane in the momentum and it went into the. Come on now, I just don't see it.
I'm gonna give an old school story.
We'll go and give it.
Will Chamberlain was notorious for being soft because he said he didn't like breaking people's hands over rims. he could have scored more points.
I bet.
That's the scariest thing I ever heard in my life.
I bet, and that's why I was saying I wasn't nodding because I knew that information. That just
you was as soft, like you was as soft scoring 100 points on people.
Right.
But I mean, at the same time,
I get the athletic difference because there was definitely nobody athletic. So
Right.
I get that. But at the same time, that's
and their hands were probably just getting over the rim. You know what I mean? So it was perfectly set up for these motherfuckers is up above the rim at arm's length nowadays.
Yeah, they're all like that.
Clint didn't even have the shot. Clint's hand didn't even get up that much above the rim by the time he dunked the ball. That's how you knew he was under the rim. And we're just gonna give him dunk of the year? I just don't get it.
I mean, yeah, that's hard. Anthony Edwards, his was pretty nice. I can't lie. I have it tied. It's tied. I wouldn't say one was better than the other. I like them both for different reasons.
And you know, another thing I'll say is I'm giving Anthony Edwards credit because you're a rookie too.
I was gonna say,
you know what I mean? I'm not gonna take the Vic away from the rookie just because you do what you always do. Show me something great. Now he did take off from afar and his arm extended to get that dunk, but it just wasn't as exciting to me as that Anthony Edwards dunk, in my opinion. And I'm not shit. I know that.
Yeah, no, I get it. You told me Anthony Edwards had the nuts to do so. But you had the audacity to come through the lane and be like, look.
And he took off from a minute too. He took off from a little distance as well. Let's not get that confused.
That's what I'm saying. He came through with like, okay, like everybody saw that.
Did y'all see let's transition. I'm a transition king. Did y'all see the Caleb for the Hornets, the twin? Caleb
Martin.
Caleb Martin dunk on Ben McLemore.
Yeah, I saw. I think.
Oh my gosh!
That's
two
called
hands
baptism.
too.
The baptism.
The fact that nobody brought that up, I was like, when I saw that, did you see that, Eric?
I didn't see it now.
Oh my gosh! When I saw that, I was like, oh, I couldn't. That's exactly my reaction. I put my hands on my head, like, oh my gosh.
But I think the one-handed dunks, they always look better than trying to go up two-handed against somebody, though.
Listen, he went up two, and he was all the way in the air, like way above dude's head, and it was awful. And it was well defended by Ben too. Let's not lie. He did his thing. It was just
basically what she says, he sacrificed his body.
Who, Ben?
Yes.
No, Ben thought he was gonna get that block, and against, I would say, a lot of other people, he would have got it. But
when his body turned to a 45-degree angle, he was like.
But he didn't fall.
No, I'm just saying he went for a ride.
He did, but he didn't fall.
All right, well, hey, I'm just saying, look, when you get dunked on, we all know the gym clear out.
Right.
They clear out. It don't matter what.
Have y'all got dunked on?
Who, me?
I don't know what type of game.
Any of y'all got dunked on?
Listen,
Eric, you know I was dunking on him. You know I wasn't getting dunked.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. I was
on
the
8-foot rim of the playground.
Yeah. and he was still rim jamming like a 7-Up commercial.
I mean, Eric, you might have. Well, no, you didn't dunk on me. You didn't dunk on me directly, but I'm sure growing up in some games eventually when you were
Malcolm,
he dunked on me directly. I'm sure.
Malcolm running high. Malcolm he used to duck and run off to the left. Boom.
I'm sure.
right. Sure. Was out there. Yeah, bro. Was out there. Shit.
Negative 1,400. I'm sure of it.
Oh, that would have me rolling earlier.
Listen,
he bet the odds against the odds. Hey, and you owe me then too. If that's the case, I won that bet.
You ain't.
I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to people I played with and against.
Oh,
that somebody didn't just jump up and yam on niggas sometimes.
Listen,
that means you ain't play nobody. I'm just saying, like, if somebody didn't just jump up and dunk on you,
Eric,
who's you playing?
I'm gonna let you know now. You are now involved in the Foolproof Entertainment family. If we do get together and play, and you end up going down the lane on him, just lay it up. Just lay it up. Because he might cold punch you to avoid getting dunked on.
Right.
He is the dirtiest, the the dirtiest defender I have. What you gonna say?
I'm not gonna punch you.
You don't
elbows.
Rib
Something's
cage
gonna
shot.
happen.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna get punched. I'm not gonna punch you.
All I'm saying is he's not. It's not worth it. In a regular pickup game, it's not worth it.
Shots but I've been dunked on. Yep. I've been dunked on. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's not like I've not been dunked on. Niggas have dunked on me before.
I would love to see it. I wish I was there to see it.
Well, you wasn't there. I think
the worst part about getting dunked on is just the crowd's reaction.
Right.
That's the worst.
Because it's ball out.
The embarrassment.
That's like fighting. That's like from fighting.
It's terrible.
You get knocked up. The nigga be like, you straight?
Listen, that one hit that they land, that everybody go ooh, and it just it makes you feel like, well, wait a minute, either I gotta fight harder or what's going on here.
That's that face they make when they getting up. When you see niggas have that serious face to get hit.
Right.
Right. That's where you wake the fuck up. Listen, this is real. So I can only imagine getting dunked on being the exact same way.
Exactly. Did y'all hear about Joel Embiid's latest quote about saying he feels like currently his play style in his game is as dominant as Shaq in his prime and basically KD?
I agree.
Hell no.
I agree.
Are you serious?
I agree. I won't say it's dominant.
Shaq?
Listen, the only reason why I say that is because now we know KD's not Joel Embiid is not as dominant as Shaq in the paint. But when we talk about giving Joel Embiid the ball, no one's stopping him. Not one person is stopping him at that center position. Who?
Is he the best center in the league?
I don't know. I don't know if I would give him that.
Nikola Jokic.
He's the best offensive.
I would give Nikola that too. I would agree.
Overall, all around.
Right. That's what I mean.
Because in the top three, it's Jokic.
Jokic MVP front runner, right?
And then kind of like a third person that all of us either like or don't like. There's probably a third that I'm just saying there's Jokic and Embiid than everybody else.
Now Jokic, what you can't say is more dominant than Embiid.
You don't think so?
Right?
No. You can give Embiid the ball player anywhere on the court, at the three, backing down in the paint, at the baseline, alley-oops. It doesn't matter. Embiid is going to fucking score. Now, Jokic is great.
He's definitely more athletic than him. I'm just saying that like the league makes it look like.
So I'm speaking dominance from Shaq's position as far as get the score, like he's getting the score from anywhere.
Yeah,
and he's still gonna get you. He's gonna get you 10 rebounds a game. He's gonna get you some blocks.
Embiid could back somebody down. He got the body for it. If he wanted to, I think he could be just as dominant as Shaq with his body.
I think I agree though. He is like a heavy Durant. He's like a heavier Durant.
So we kind of agree it's more like an effort thing, and like his ability.
Because last year
do that every game, because some games you just be flopping around and shit. No, my pinky hurt and shit, and I'm gonna sit out for 2 weeks. I'm saying like I'm not saying he's soft. I'm just saying he plays a game of
like
favoritism.
Guards. Like I gotta flop if you touch me on a shot. All
that. But you can tell he's favorite. You can tell like on the team he's treated different than everybody else.
Right.
And I'm not saying that should be apparent. Because he should be treated different, but like for him, it's like, do you show up to every practice? Like, do you come to every practice?
Right.
But do you have to come to every practice? Is where I'm at. It's like a little difference of. I'm not saying he's not doing enough. I'm not saying the team is not requiring enough of him. But it seems like there's something in between.
Jimmy Butler.
Hold on, Cuddy.
That's how I feel about Jimmy.
What were you going to say about Embiid? You started to say that.
I was saying like last year in the playoffs, he settled for jumpers. I think he relied too much on his outside game.
Right.
When in the paint, no one can stop him.
Right.
So who's on the team who's supposed to check that? Like, hey, do what you do.
But the question was the Shaq thing was.
Right. Dominance, Shaq.
And if I'm being honest, who since Shaq has been more dominant at center? dominant though.
Well, no one's going to be not right now more dominant. I think you have dominant centers, but not more dominant than Shaq. I don't think we've seen that yet.
And that's what I'm saying. And I don't think
that's true.
When we think of dominant, in that era, that's what Shaq was.
The game,
but when we
exactly so
when we think of dominant in this era, Embiid, I think, is that specifically.
You have to shoot a 3 at the 5 center. If you can't shoot a 3 at the center, there's no typical old-fashioned centers in the league anymore.
Right.
They can all stretch the floor. They can all bring the ball up the court. They can pass, dribble a little bit. You got no one. You're throwing the ball down to the post and 2 dribbles, dunk.
Listen,
right? It's wild.
I'm taking Embiid. Now, listen. Now, let's ask a real question. If we was building a team and you had Shaq or Embiid to put at your 5, who are you picking?
Shaq.
Yeah, I don't see anybody stopping Shaq. And
right. I don't see anybody stopping Shaq, but I also see Embiid taking Shaq out of that paint. Shaq can't run out there and guard him on a 3, and if he does, everybody else got that paint to themselves.
Yeah, but he better be on with that 3.
He got to be
on with that 3.
That 3 or the pass out. But regardless, Shaq's not there for the rebound or to block the paint.
Listen,
the people if you got a baseline cut, it's over.
He spreads the floor a lot.
The people that did do good against Shaq were aggressive. Right. Olajuwon he had a good finesse.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
I see what you're saying.
Even like a Derek Coleman. Yeah.
Coleman.
Not Derek Coleman.
Not Supersonics.
No. He's played in the Nets.
Okay, that's not who I'm thinking of then.
No, he's played in the Nets. But even him, like big physical.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even see him.
I don't give a fuck that you're Shaq people.
Right.
Is what did good against him. If Joel could be a person that I don't give a fuck that you're Shaq, he can do good. But other people were like shaking in their boots immediately because it's 7'2", 300 and some chains coming down the line.
There's nothing you can do about it. But I feel like that's the same about Embiid. There's nothing you could do. If he wants to back you down, you're back down. If he wants to hit a 3, he hits a 3. If he wants to turn around fade, he's going to turn around. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's where I see the similarity. I don't know. It's not a similarity, but...
But the things that are similar is the fact that I don't think people are afraid of Joel Embiid.
Right. I think that may be wrong. I think what you're thinking of is more from a physical aspect. But as far as keeping up...
If I had to face Shaq, prime Shaq, or prime Joel Embiid in any sport of any kind.
From a physical aspect, I don't want to get beat up. You're correct. I don't. But what I'm saying is prime Shaq and prime Embiid, can Shaq keep up to defend Embiid? I don't think so. By no means do I think so.
But reverse the question. Because I see what you're saying, Cliff, as far as his athleticism
possibly
goes,
there's a better chance of Embiid protecting that rim against Shaq than there is for Shaq protecting the entire half court against Embiid, and that's a fact.
Yeah, don't come in the paint then. Don't ever come in the paint.
Right.
Shaq and he doesn't have to. Embiid doesn't have to. Embiid's gonna be perfect from inside that 3-point.
That's all I'm trying. As long as he can do that and not be afraid of just shooting the whole time. Because people get baited in. Oh, you're not going to come in the paint. They feel like they're trying
to do and shit. When you got range like he tries to back up
Shaq. He tries to back up Shaq and tries to put a hook on him, and Shaq bodies him.
Right. No, that's not happening. That's not happening. You can't do that with Shaq. Now, that's facts.
If he gets lured into that, then he's going to lose. And I'm saying that, I'm not saying Shaq is more mentally prepared than Joel Embiid, but I feel like,
I say 9 times out of 10, Embiid whoops the shit out of Shaq, prime or not.
Eric, what you think?
Unless it's make it, take it, and Shaq starts with the ball.
Shaq was different.
You forget Magic Shaq, 1992 Shaq.
Period.
That's what I'm saying, Eric. What you think?
He was bringing the ball up the court. Yeah, he was getting rebounds.
Yeah, he was bringing balls up the court. Yeah,
he was athletic back then.
He was bringing the ball up the court. You are right about that. I did forget about that. You are right about that.
Captain.
But I'm still giving it to Embiid.
They called him the Aristotle for a reason. Embiid don't got a nickname yet.
That nigga named
Yeah,
himself.
B had the nickname. It's the process.
Well, the process is still processing because we haven't seen nothing happen yet.
Well, that's
But
because
Shaq's never gonna give any credit though.
he said you said what?
The
Shaq
process is still processing, man. Oh my God.
What'd you say, Eric?
I say Shaq is never gonna give any center any type of credit or
Nah.
he won't ever let him even.
He the Paul Pierce to the center position.
He deserves way more than Paul Pierce does.
No, you are correct.
Shaq, I'm telling you, 1992, 1993, Shaq.
I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm just saying he was one-dimensional. It was just rebounds, putbacks. If it wasn't for missed shots, Shaq wouldn't have half the stats he had.
How about
now
this?
Listen, wait. Before you say that, put Shaq in nowadays where these shooting guards are A1 buckets. What Shaq's stats look like?
28
points. Okay, you want to change
what
generation.
What do Shaq's stats look like?
You want to change generation too. They look different. They look different, but at the same time,
he doesn't even get those 28 points, Mal.
Shaq would have developed different. Shaq would have developed into a different player in this time because even back then he had a futuristic type of basketball.
Couldn't develop a free throw shot. How's he going to develop as a different player?
Because he had an inside free throw shot till he was like 20-something years old.
He never had to shoot a free throw. He was the only one getting fouled.
That was an exaggeration, but he was. First of all,
he never learned. He never learned.
Being that big.
Care to learn.
He's Deontay Wilder. He's Deontay Wilder.
He didn't care to learn.
I'm just powerful. That's all I want to do. Is be powerful.
Cliff, you're telling me 6'9", 13-year-old Shaq was getting a whole bunch of fouls in the game.
Guaranteed.
That's what you're telling me.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
But listen,
and
bullshit.
And ones all day.
Even bigger than that, do you think if Shaq really wanted to, that he couldn't have gotten his free throw shot fixed?
How many years was Shaq in the league, Mount?
It don't matter. I'm just saying. You really think that Shaq?
How many years would answer your own question? How many years was Shaq in the league?
A good amount of years. He's a vet.
And how long did Hack-a-Shaq become a thing?
He was on the Suns, and they
until Dwight Howard came in the league, and then they decided to hack him. That's how long now.
Yep.
So you're wrong. He cannot develop a free throw. If he could have, he would have.
But so
that's what I'm trying to say. When he was young, there was no need because giving the ball.
Y'all giving this man too much credit. Now I love Shaq, but y'all giving him too much credit.
All right, we gotta move on because Shaq is shit.
Yeah, right. No, he is, and he is the most dominant man in the NBA. I'll give him that. But I'm just saying, if you around this era, it's different, and so you can't judge Embiid to the same criteria. You just can't.
I'll leave it alone.
That's it.
Right. I digress.
But
what you got?
Lastly, as I've been trying to say, I ain't gonna say lastly. We wrapping it up about 20 minutes. But like I've been trying to say from the jump, we were talking about the Hornets-Lakers game yesterday.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, because you brought up the Lakers. Lakers won 101-93, but mind you, the Hornets were missing Malik Monk, P.J. Washington, Terry Rozier, LaMelo Ball, Gordon Hayward. The only players that they did have that played were Devontae Graham, Caleb Martin, and Jalen McDaniels. Only players that scored. Y'all barely won that game.
Who were we missing?
Doesn't matter, though.
It does matter.
Y'all missing
that game becomes a blowout if we have who we have.
Do you think so, though? That was about to be my next question.
If we had AD and LeBron, it'd be a blowout. Especially listen, Cliff, I'll say this real quick while we're on this topic. I believe you now. I agree with you. Aaron, I agree with you, too. I believe AD and LeBron could play right now. They probably could have played.
Yeah,
they're chilling.
Right,
they're chilling. We're fifth in the West. We still got playoff contention. Bet we'll see y'all towards the playoffs.
They said we're gonna come. They said, LeBron said, AD, you want to fake injuries?
Right.
What was that? What movie was that? Grown Ups.
Oh, my leg.
That was Grown Ups.
Oh, right.
He said, hey, you want to fake injuries?
They play so deep into. I mean, they didn't have any rest. You got
last year, right?
Yeah,
it's smart. Hey, let's just sit out. We're good. We're still contention.
They know they got a playoff run coming up. Get ready for it. As long as you're in the 6th seed, you're good.
Right.
But let's be honest, what they're hoping for as the Lakers is that their bench produces right now, so they're in a rhythm.
Oh, they're getting experience
by the time they both come back. And all I'm saying is, right now, struggling against a Hornets team like that, because they won by 1 point off of a foul, and then that's when they came up to 101-93. But it was a 1 point game. And
do they have
Caruso?
Who's their best player right now that's playing?
Yeah, Caruso did ball. Caruso did ball. You said what, Eric?
Who's their best player right now that's actually playing? Yeah.
I would say
Harold. Right, I don't know Harold.
That's a great question.
I would say Harold. I would say Harold because Kuzma
those bench guys
is like he's like NBA ADD, not ADD, NBA bipolar. Like some days he's a killer, and then some days he doesn't show up at all.
But those bench guys, they need they're not used to being that guy, the spotlight. They need that someone to take over, someone to set them up. They're not used to setting everybody else up and getting their own shots.
But what do you expect when you got Avery Bradley's, Caldwell Popes, all those people?
Yeah.
Like that's what you get.
That team's set up perfectly as role players. You got LeBron, AD, and you got the perfect mix around them.
Right, but them by themselves.
Oh yeah, by themselves they don't.
LeBron's the one that assembled this committee.
And we said that he's not a good general. He's not a good general. We know that.
That's all. So I'm getting at is that why? Who are they trying? Who's their target? Who are they trying to play in the playoffs? Because it's getting real dangerous.
Who are they trying to beat, or who are they trying to play? Because I will say that the East top is kind of heating up as far as the Celtics, Nets, Philly.
No, bro, I'm talking about the Western Conference first round. Who we got playing? Because y'all are jostling.
Nuggets.
So y'all like
Well, hold on. Well,
Nuggets looking strong.
They're strong. They just lost Jamal Murray. They're gonna fall down. They're gonna get the 8 seed if they make it.
You're right about that.
So that's what I was gonna say.
Was Jamal Murray a part of the success earlier this year?
Okay.
He's a factor in the playoff. He's a factor in the play.
Yeah, Joker can't do it by himself.
Yeah, Jamal Murray, he's a proven bucket.
Y'all seen him last year, right? I was scared of the Nuggets. Cliff, I was calling you like every week. Remember, I was like, I said they might knock you off. I was saying that. Yeah, I'm scared of it. But my whole point is, I mean, to answer your question, Aaron, Kawhi can't stay healthy for whatever reason this season, y'all. I notice Kawhi can't stay healthy. I'm sure he'll be back for the playoffs. Or I think
he's doing the same thing. You think people around the league don't hear shit? Like LeBron's not hurt like that. Like he's just sitting out so he can gas himself. So you think other people are like, listen, I'm kind of hurt right now. Maybe I should do that. Listen, it happens around the. Why do you think that on all the best teams, their players sitting out?
Giannis got right sore in the knee.
They're all getting ready for the playoffs.
I said all the best teams. I said all the best teams. Giannis
you're right.
is by himself in Milwaukee. That is not one of the best teams. Giannis makes it a decent run, but that's not one of the best teams.
Yeah,
he's out.
You mean as far as rankings in the East goes?
I'm not
rankings in the East.
I'm not talking about rankings. Well, okay. I mean, yeah, let's talk about rankings.
I'm talking about rankings. I have
all the best teams have players sitting out. Oladipo's out on the Heat, correct? He played one game. He sat back out. Yes. We got who am I talking about? We got everybody in the Nets, right?
Nope.
No.
Kyrie's out.
What I'm saying is they're in and out is what I'm saying. Nobody is
playing musical chairs.
Right. On the best teams in the NBA, no one is consistently playing. Period.
Right.
You got Steph at the Warriors right now, but the only reason why that's happening is because it has to. The Suns, I'm actually glad you brought them up because I noticed that they're starting to give DeAndre Ayton more minutes, which I said he needed because that's who they need on that team. If the Suns are completely healthy, I see them going damn near to the finals.
And what I say episodes back.
Completely healthy, they got a good shot at the finals.
They absolutely do. Me and Aaron was the one saying that.
with this season, it's 72 games. They're trying to fit it into the shortened time frame.
Right.
I saw they're playing a little under 4 games a week, which is the most that it's ever been.
Oh, really?
So these I think they're playing about 3.75 games a week, which is up. So they just, with the season going so deep last year, trying to cram 72 games in this year, I think it's just what you have to do to keep your players ready for the playoffs. And they see one team doing it, you all got to do it.
Right.
I mean, the playoff this year, with the new format of 7, 8, 9, 10 can all make it, you got to be ready for it.
That's fucked
that's
up.
True.
I mean, but that is fucked up for the fans. The fans pay for that. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's the biggest thing. You got people coming over from across the seas to go see their favorite player, and he's out for rest management.
They got the hat on.
We talked about right. We talked about that. I said that they need to put a minimum on games played. Like if you don't play 55 games of this 72 game season, then your cap for that year goes down the quarter that you missed out of those games.
Hey, if you don't play the game, you gotta stay an extra hour and a half. We gotta stay like an extra.
Nigga, we do. Nigga,
half hour at the game.
Are you flexing time?
Shit.
We about to wrap up though, bro. I just wanted to let you know we probably got a little bit of time, but we'll get it done here in about 10, 15.
Right.
Other than that, I'm gonna be 100. Oh, I do want to say, DeAndre Ayton getting his minutes back. Definitely love that because I said that's what they needed. I'm so very fucking sick of
that team's gonna be tough in the playoffs.
The Suns, yes.
Chris Paul
makes what he's done to every team he's been has been incredible.
It is.
Yep, we talked about that,
and that's ironic.
And people talk about him not being a team
leader,
right? That's what I was about to say.
Crazy to me.
That's ironic, isn't it?
Nonsense.
He be saying that shit KD don't like, man. That's what he be saying.
Right.
Hey,
that's
look,
all it is.
Your last game was terrible, nigga. Do better.
That is very ironic that he improves every team he gets on, but nobody likes. You know what I mean?
The Suns and the Thunder seem to fuck with him though. He got an OG.
Yeah, no, you are right. You are right. But they're younger teams.
Towards the end, people starting to like.
He needs those younger that he can mentor, that he can be that proven leader. With the Rockets, James Harden was always that guy.
Because listen, he was league president, and they was trying to get him replaced with what's the name from Celtics, Jaylen Brown. He's the vice president. They were trying to bump Jaylen into the president.
Trying to veto the president.
You talking about the Players Association?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, what did I say? I said something. I don't know, but yeah, you're absolutely correct. I'm glad you brought that up. But what I was gonna say about DeAndre Ayton is what the fuck is going on with his hair? He's second time All MVP worst hair under KD. That motherfucker's hair looks like a wig from a Tyler Perry's movie. I'm not playing. Have you seen his hair?
At least he has hair.
I thought he had a little afro.
I thought he had an afro.
But it's flat on top and wide on the sides. Like it looks like some George Washington Carver shit, or like some 12 years of slave time. I just don't like it.
It's a
Kuzma's been up there with it too, though.
Yeah, he has. Kuzma's different.
Kuzma having like personal problems. You can tell that with his hair. Like, man, he going through some shit right now.
Him and KD going through the same things.
No, KD been going through them same problems. You know, I don't know what it is. It's like nobody ever just told him like, hey, look, nigga, do you know your shit's nappy as fuck?
He's sensitive.
Here's a brush.
Well, Kuzma's different. Look, he dyes his shit. He still got the curls.
Look,
he just
even in like school or some shit when I was young or some shit. There's always that person in the class, but like, here go a brush, right?
Right.
And brush. Look how good your hair look. Look, just don't fight me. Just
you stupid.
But listen, did y'all hear about, speaking of the Suns real quick? The Suns set an NBA record for most made threes in a quarter. They had 25. Phoenix set they had 25 3-pointers. I'm not sure how many they had in the quarter, but they had 25 3-pointers this past Monday night.
Attempts or makes in that quarter?
Makes. Most made
quarter?
Threes in a quarter.
Wait, in a game?
NBA record. Yeah, Sunset NBA record for most made threes in a quarter.
That's 65 points in a quarter.
How many did they make?
That's 75.
They made how many in a quarter?
25 times 3.
I believe they said 25. It says they set a new franchise.
Oh, it's 25
with 25 man.
Oh yeah,
that's 75 points.
Yeah, that is 75. Is that right?
Those are in-store that
no, I think you're saying the total game they had 25.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know the number. Yeah, I don't know the number they had in that particular quarter, but it was a record.
Must have called a timeout or something.
Right. God damn. Y'all motherfuckers get an umbrella.
You gotta go for the kneecap.
God damn, them motherfuckers is shooting.
Then you gotta pull the Aaron technique at that point. And then obviously, right, we talked about the
Curry.
Curry passed Will.
Yeah,
that was cool.
That's definitely one.
But it's amazing how many more games Curry played, and looking at the games played that Will did, and how much longer it took Curry to do it was incredible.
The talent was different though, Eric, back then. I feel like, and not to discredit Will. Will was great, but
the talent was different, definitely.
Oh yeah.
All right. You know,
and Will had to play 4 years of college too. You couldn't leave without 4 years of college. So,
like Eric,
no.
that's like whoever the worst basketball team was that we all played, or I should say that you played in high school. That'd be like you playing that kind of talent every game.
Oh, the Washington Generals. The Washington Generals.
In the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah,
my grandfather's brother coached the Washington Generals.
God rest him.
Yeah. Yeah, he is dead. He's dead.
He had a hard job. Hey, look, we finna lose.
Listen,
all right, get used to that.
He gave me the
we finna lose this game.
I don't know where that's at either. I used to have that motherfucker.
But they lost looking good though.
They did.
Right.
No, they didn't. They got embarrassed.
They did it with pride.
Listen, they was the #1 rival.
Because they used to fly them niggas out just do them boys dirty.
It don't matter, motherfucker.
Hey,
you could never catch me let someone pull my pants down and do all that.
That's what I'm saying.
No
on a nightly basis. 30 days a year on tour.
Hey, man,
same shit. I come up with a layup.
If you pull my pants down, it's a fight out here on these.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we not a Washington General then, my
Talk
nigga.
about ejected.
You're not a Washington General, man. You're not for the team.
My great uncle was. But moving on, I do want to shout out a couple games before we wrap it up here, because we about to wrap it up in about 10 minutes. I do want to shout out that Celtics Trailblazers game, even though Celtics, they got the win, 116-115. Carmelo Anthony, though.
I was going to watch it, too. My Hulu was acting up. My Hulu Live was playing the last game.
Carmelo Anthony kept them into the game until late in the fourth quarter. And then, as you know, Dame Dollar
Boston
and McCollum started taking off. But the only reason why I bring that up is because Carmelo Anthony has not kept the team in a game since late Denver, early New York.
Right, I was going to say New York he did. Right.
Early New York.
Yeah, early New York.
But he still got it in him, though.
That's what I said. As soon as he went to Portland, I said, that's a new Melo.
Dame
is bringing them back to earth.
They tried to say he didn't have range. Melo's been bussing. Like bussing, and I mean bussing like KD bussing. Like there's like that net's whipping. Like it's whipping.
He's got such a pretty shot.
Man, he does too. He really does.
Man, I love watching his game.
It was automatic on 2K. What was that? 2K13
it was.
Clip 2K?
It was way back. Yeah, like we said, late Denver, early New York. You're absolutely right. But other than that, Jason Tatum had 32, 9, and 5. He's the fucking future.
A bucket.
He's the future.
When didn't he drop 50 recently?
Mm-hmm. Like 52.
Who was
like
it
50.
against?
It was like 50.
Tatum did?
Yeah, I thought he dropped 50 pretty recently.
I forget who.
I must not have seen them stats.
It was a couple of days ago.
It was.
Who'd they play?
It was this week. Man. That nigga's looking up shit on your phone.
If I'm being honest, I didn't go back that far.
He dropped 53, Eric. He dropped 53.
Who was that against?
53. I'm trying to see.
This is James.
Oh, you got
Minnesota.
Yeah. He had a layup the whole game.
Well, I mean,
once again,
right.
it is Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Cat's not there. Like, yeah, you don't really have a lot of defense down low. I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from a 50-point game.
Nah, that's warm up basketball. He's doing warm up shots.
Let's be honest. But other than that, Pacers, Clippers. First and foremost, I want you to write a note to your former mayor, Malcolm, and let them know whoever's running the audio for the crowd noise needs to be fucking fired. If every shot is a crowd going wild, I'm changing the channel every fucking time. It's so annoying to hear the crowd screaming.
I can't stand it.
That's Eric's thing.
All that,
have to have him pull
all that pumped in.
That's Eric's
all that
thing.
Pumped in crowd noise.
I just don't.
I can't stand it.
But the only reason why I brought it up is because two people to shout out. First of all, Karis LeVert is definitely coming back into his own. Yeah, shouts to the Ohio homie. He was 26, 6-6 in that game. First game back was against Memphis. Or no, it wasn't his first game back. I'm sorry. But against Memphis on the 11th, he scored 34, shooting 14 to 20 from the field. So it's clear to say that he's getting his rhythm back. But what I also wanted to say is TJ McConnell's old ass. Shouts to scrappy ass TJ McConnell. I say TJ McConnell is the Jason Biggs of the NBA.
Jason.
You know
Biggs.
Who that is?
Wow.
From American Pie.
American Pie.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's the Jason Biggs. Just because everybody
knows
of him, but they don't know that's him. And that's you know what I mean? Like, that's Jason Biggs. Like, if you show them a picture, they're like, yeah, I know him. But you say the name, and they're like, who the fuck is that?
They be sending TJ into the store when they on the bus. They send TJ in the store because don't nobody know his name. Go to the store and get some shit.
TJ is the Jeremy Lin of Philly. Like, they like, no, we ain't letting you in here. And he like, I play here.
Go in there and get a bucket of chicken.
Man.
You play professional basketball, y'all.
Shout out TJ. He's from Pittsburgh. Shout out TJ. Eric, he's our age. He's a couple months older than us.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all didn't play TJ?
No, you know what? He's from Pittsburgh. Eric didn't play no Pennsylvania teams in Indiana. They didn't. I mean, as far as I'm aware of.
Duh.
But yeah.
No, Clippers got that 126-115, and I will say that other than the shout outs to Karis and TJ, I gotta give LA some props. I will say that Paul George and Terrence Mann had it looking like Lob City back when Chris Paul and them was there. That was like the lobs they was pulling off in that game were just amazing.
They were getting buckets.
At the end of the game, I think I seen that. Towards the end of the game, it was like
it wasn't even the end. The end they threw a couple, but yeah, they was throwing them all game long.
There was one of those games where the other teams kind of gave up. They realized they were losing early, and
no, because the Pacers closed the gap, and I believe they were down within 3 in the fourth quarter, and they pulled.
It was a close game. It was a close game.
Yeah, they pulled away.
All right, I'm thinking about the wrong game.
Yeah, the Pacers almost upset. They almost upset them for real. I thought they were going to.
They pulled away in the the second half of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Kawhi Leonard wasn't playing, though, right?
No. Kawhi wasn't playing. But I mean, other than that, I don't got too much else.
Last finishing things I had was I seen De'Aaron Fox got fined $20,000 just for saying that the refs after the loss on Utah, with Utah on April the 10th.
Can't say anything about the refs though.
Right. Fuck the refs.
He said.
We'll say it for you, De'Aaron. Fuck the refs.
Right. He said the refs were god awful in a post game conference. It got fined $20,000,
and that's wrong
for that. Right, and then James Wiseman, he's out with a torn meniscus in his knee, which further impacts the Warriors. Of course, top 3 for the MVP race as it stands is Joker, Damian Lillard, and your boy Embiid. Top 3 in the candidates.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jokic gotta get that.
I think he might too at this point.
Yeah, he gotta get that.
I'm going Jokic
right,
And then for rookie of the year, current race, it's obviously Anthony Edwards number 1,
Halliburton,
Tyrese Halliburton number 2,
LaMelo,
Jay Sean Tate number 3. For
they took LaMelo all the way out there. I didn't even think
LaMelo
Tate passed him
is
up.
number 6 right now on their race.
He's 6 right now.
Who's 5th?
Yeah. 5th is shout out to my wife's hometown city, which is in the middle of nowhere.
Your boy from the Grizzlies.
Desmond Bain,
yes,
for the Grizzlies, number 5 right now. That's pretty impressive, Eric. So, anyways, along with that, I had defender rankings right now. Rudy Gobert, number 1 still. Ben Simmons, Aaron's boy, number 2. Miles Turner, number 3. Bam, number 4. Giannis, number 5. Pretty similar to last week, I believe, overall with that list.
Eric, while you're here, can you, and hopefully, I don't know if this is some of you, if you feel the same way, but can you tell Malcolm how good Ben Simmons is?
You want me to say Ben Simmons is good?
Eric, what you think on Ben Simmons? That's what I'm saying. What you think on Ben Simmons, bro?
Nah, he's not my guy. That's all I can say. Thank you. He's not my guy.
Both of y'all are terrible. Both of y'all are terrible. Y'all grew up together. I never asked y'all that question.
When he'll shoot a 3-pointer, I'll give him some respect.
No,
Thank you.
All right, cool. All right, cool.
Just shoot. Just shoot him. You ain't got to make him, but you got to. You got to shoot it.
All right.
Yeah, I can't do it with Ben Simmons. I can't do it.
No, thank you, Eric. A real recognized real.
But that's because you're a big man and your shot is butter. That's why. Because you got something more than that motherfucker.
I don't know how you can dribble.
Hey, look, y'all.
He's a point guard and he has no jumper.
6'11". He's 6'11", point guard
with no jumper.
He's currently playing point. He's currently playing power forward.
Right,
cool.
But he's still taking the ball up.
All right, that's cool. Oh no, I get it. The game is predicated off of the 3-point shot.
Oh, shout out Ralph. Ref was a thug.
We'll see what happens.
That Aaron Fox probably situation he's talking about.
Uh-huh.
What you got next? That's all I had.
Well, yeah, no, really, I didn't. I got one more game we didn't cover, and then we'll wrap it up. Last game, Heat versus the Suns. Suns smacked the Heat 106-86 yesterday. Shout out to Paste, aka Duncan Robinson.
Okay.
For Eric, you don't know, Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero are copy and paste. Because I can't tell the difference between them until I see their number. And I'm like, oh, that was Duncan.
So Duncan Robinson is the perfect example of opportunity. And he made most of his opportunity. And he's doing his thing right now.
Listen, Malk, Eric is about to take your spot because he's setting me up for the transitions, right? My transition and I would like to wait for Aaron, but he's gone. Has Duncan Robinson graduated from paste to copy? Because Tyler Hero has not been producing, period.
He did his thing in a bubble, and I was
gonna say,
I think it was that short amount of time. Everybody expected that consistency from him. He hasn't delivered that consistency at all.
He started out hot at the beginning.
They figured his game out,
and then it was
and he's still young.
Right,
yeah, exactly.
Right. But Duncan is too.
Well, hold on, Cliff.
I think Duncan's about 27.
I knew he had a couple years on him. Yeah, I didn't know he had that many. Okay.
Yeah, Duncan's older. Duncan Robinson is currently 26.
Okay.
Tyler Hero, I know he's younger. Let me see. Tyler Hero.
He's like 20 or 23.
It's 21.
I think it's 21. Yeah.
21.
Oh, okay.
Born in 2000.
Okay, I was 2 years off. But yeah, I think I might have to give it. I might have to give it to my G. He's not. I think I might have to give him copy.
I like Duncan, but like I said, until Duncan proves to me he can have a better playoff go around than Hero did last year, I'm still sticking with Heroes for that reason.
Yeah,
so Hero still copy?
I think Hero's more well-rounded.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
No, I do agree. I think Hero could actually run your team if you really needed him to.
Right.
Duncan can't do that.
He's cruising to the playoffs again. Hero's trying to do himself.
So the question,
he's trying to become the hero.
I'm jumping back in. I jumped back in because I heard
the question was.
What I'm trying to say is that Well, what I'm saying is that you're talking about has Duncan Robinson
surpassed
over
Tyler Hero to get copy instead of paste.
Until they do something by themselves on another team, I can't give either of them shit. I don't see the difference without them. You're trying to tell me that the Heat without Tyler Hero is devastated?
In the bubble last year,
Robinson is devastated.
In the bubble last year,
well, they need them both.
He hit a couple, yeah.
Right. So they're of equal value.
Yes.
One without the other is having nothing.
But not when it counted the most. I'm saying when it counted the most, Tyler Hero, between the two especially, they needed Tyler Hero.
He stepped up last year in the bubble. He stepped up.
Yeah. That's why he gets copy, in my opinion. But I don't know. It's looking like he's about to lose it.
We'll see what happens as the season unfolds. Is all I'm trying to say, because people get a lot of credit for a year and some change of work in the NBA. Let's see how long it lasts before we give them all that. Because y'all act like y'all somebody like Tyler Hero can run a team by himself. Is that what y'all just said?
No, I didn't say that.
I thought I heard that. I was like, oh my God.
I said Tyler Hero could run the team if he needed to, like as in point guard. You could put Tyler at the point if you needed to. You can't put Duncan at the point.
Right.
I'm not.
That's what I was saying. But no, nobody would want Tyler at the point. Let's be honest. But you could if you needed to. But that was a big question of mine as far as Tyler and what's the other guy's name? Duncan. But the next two questions are: can a healthy Heat team beat either the Celtics or Philly in 7?
I think now they can. They got with Oladipo added to their team.
That's what I was about to say. Now, do you think they got the chemistry enough to be able to do that? Or will get it within the next 20 games, 30 games?
With Jimmy Butler on the team, I think anything is possible with that. Because he makes everybody better.
But I don't think he checkmates a Chris Paul in 7 games. I think that Chris Paul, and especially Devin Booker, I feel like Devin Booker was doing him. Devin Booker was doing. Well, not even Jimmy, but not even just that. Devin Booker was already good, but now he's great with a Chris Paul in his ear, playing with him, giving him vision and information. I feel like,
okay,
how do you beat these guys?
And I don't mean to cut you off, but after you, so you say no Celtics, no Philly for Heat.
Philly, yes.
I
think Philly, yes.
But no Celtics. Okay.
I think Suns, no.
And then
you said Celtics
and Philly, because they be saying one of the two.
I thought you said the Suns.
No, I said this. Did I?
How we get on Devin Booker?
Did I say the Suns?
How we get on Devin Booker? That's how we get on Devin Booker and Chris Paul.
No, because you brought Devin Booker up. Now you said Sixers in.
Okay, that's what I thought. Now my next question was gonna be. Because it's most likely, and they said it in the game, it's most likely going to be the Suns in Dallas. Who takes that in 7? Now, before I still want Aaron's opinion too, because of the whole Philly situation and you being a Devin Booker fan. I'm gonna let y'all take it for a second so I can drain myself, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right.
I'm about Devin Booker or Ben Simmons. Which one?
Yeah. He's talking about 76ers and the Suns. As far as I believe he's saying, if they were to make it to is that what he's saying, Eric? Conference finals? Is that what?
Yeah, I gotta go Suns in that series.
Me too.
Yeah. Are you talking? I think he's going Suns and the Suns and the Mavericks if they match up.
The Suns.
Oh.
Yeah. The Mavericks you got Luka, but Kristaps isn't.
He's not.
I don't think he's what they thought. Yeah, and he can't stay healthy.
He's not right. And even in New York, he didn't impress me. But I thought he mentioned the 76ers because he mentioned that you like Ben Simmons, and I'm a fan of Ben Simmons.
Yeah. So the thing. First of all, just to clear up my shit about Ben Simmons. As far as power forwards are concerned, what power forwards are you going with in the league before Ben Simmons? I just want to hear.
Zion Williamson.
One.
Yeah, Zion's tough.
Okay.
Power
One.
forward. For the Raptors. Raptors. What's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Pascal.
Siakam. Yeah.
Siakam.
So you take Siakam over Ben Simmons?
Yeah, Siakam. Nice.
Siakam a lot. Ben Simmons is what you're
I'm gonna
saying?
go Simmons with you on that one.
Eric.
I gotta go Simmons.
Siakam can shoot though.
But Siakam in the bubble, he was their best player last year before the bubble, and he was terrible in the bubble last year.
But what had Ben Simmons doing in the bubble last year?
Ben Simmons figured out, I just need to run towards the basket.
Ben Simmons has a few more weapons than Pascal would have regardless.
And he has court vision. And he can dribble. He can't shoot. I'll give you that. He can't shoot. But we all have a weakness, this guy.
He got a bad wrist. He'd be fucking a dope up. If he was a dope boy, he'd be fucking a dope up with that wrist, is all I'm saying. But
This is ours.
Okay. But Mark, please explain to our illustrious guests the hit the showers, and then I will wrap it up with our question to wrap us in the hit the showers.
So basically, Eric, hit the showers is who are you basically disappointed in? Who would you want to, like, as it says, hit the showers, send home, say, get out the court, so to speak? Who would you shun? Anybody in the league or anybody you feel like needs to hit the shower, so to speak?
Anybody in the league.
It could be league, team, office, whatever.
Right.
I'd have to, yeah. I'm going to say Kemba Walker.
Hit the showers? Okay.
Yeah,
what's he hitting for?
He came to Celtic to be that guy. And,
right.
And he got the Young Bucks took over. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. They don't need him anymore. They do not need Kemba.
That's a good.
And he's hurt anyways.
And when he came, he came from Charlotte to be the all-star they needed. And yeah, Tatum, he outshined them, and he's their go-to option now.
I agree.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Eric. Okay.
What about you, Mark? What you got? Who you got for hit the showers?
I would say my hit the showers has got to be KD again. When you talk about you only care about development these days and you don't care about rings and championships, yet you left a team that was up 3-1 against the Warriors to win with the best team in the record in the league to go win championships. You clearly care about rings. You're not just playing for development, or you would have never left in the first place.
No, just to play devil's advocate there, I feel like that's kind of the same situation. Not so much coonish as Shannon Sharp.
Right.
But you don't know if that man grew to a different perspective and that's why he chose to leave. You know what I mean?
If we got to hold Russell Westbrook a couple episodes ago to the same standards when he said something similar, and he said, my whole life I've been judged and criticized.
Oh, right.
I don't do it for the same reason.
Right.
I'm holding you to the same thing, bro. I'm not going to hold just Westbrook.
Russell, I feel, is more honest about that than
KD. And you yourself said KD was capping when we talked about it.
Yeah, no, I think Russell is a little more honest just because I believe when LeBron came back to Cleveland, he was looking at getting Russ there as well. And let's be honest, Russ could have came if he wanted to, and he would have had to take a pay cut, but he would have got a ring.
But it's Cleveland.
But you would have got a ring, whether you had to be there for a year or not. You don't got to sign no Kevin Love 6-year contract, but you could if you wanted to. But all I'm saying is Russ had the option to move to a team that could have been in a situation to get a ring. That's not necessarily the move that he made, so I would agree with Russ a little more on that statement than I would KD. But at the same time, I feel like it's capped for most players. Most players want a ring is all I'm getting at. So, yeah, I can understand that. That hit the showers. What about you, Aaron?
I already said it earlier. It's Kyrie, man. Don't be trying to like you're trying to fight somebody over
right over peace. I'm trying to be peaceful. You don't say nigga. It's about peace.
But it's different.
Hands.
You know how people get when like people get in front of them, they start pushing them out the way, like I'm gonna do something, and then you get close up on them, and it ends up being a conversation. Really close, face to face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have just had this after the game, or I could have pulled you off the side, like, look, you said something, I'm not on that right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's cool, but you may seem like you was going to pop. I thought he was going to hit him one time. I didn't know what happened.
Nigga, you know you ain't about them hands. Listen, he probably got them Floyd Mayweather at the end of his career hands too. He can't afford to get a boxing fracture on his shooting.
You're gonna hit him with an open hand, right?
Right, just a smack.
And it just dawned on me, Cliff, before I forget. Another reason why Katie got hit the showers, he tried to get into a Twitter argument with Shannon Sharp, I believe, 2 days ago, about something supposedly Shannon Sharp said. He tweeted at him, speaking of being so sensitive, going at anybody and everybody. And Shannon Sharp responded back to him and said, KD, I'm not doing this with you over the internet, bruh. If you want to have a conversation about it, we can get a hold of each other. He didn't go to Michael Rappaport route. KD hit the showers, bruh. Bro, you just got into it. Michael Rappaport got in trouble, made CNN and got fined.
Well,
now
listen,
you're trying to get in a fight with Shannon Sharp.
You just saved my hit the showers, because I was going to hit the showers Shannon Sharp for the comments about the Kyrie situation. But now I'm thinking I'm going to give what's the dude from Not Around the Horn? The 60-second show where they talk about each topic as fast as they can. The bald head black dude.
Watch him.
Pardon the interruption.
Pardon it. Okay, who's the
bald
head
Marcus
black
Spears.
Dude? Is that him?
What's it?
Wilbon.
Yeah, well, he hit the showers. He was the one talking about the Wilbon. I believe it's him. Is that him? But he said the Duncan whatever talking about the Miles Bridges on Clint Capella dunk. And he made it out to be so fucking amazing. And all I'm going to say is that it's definitely your opinion. But if we're talking about dunks, we're halfway through the season, and I don't know if I would put him up there.
So it's hit the showers and slowly roll like.
No, do your job, right? Just
pump your brakes a little bit.
Yeah, just you don't gotta gas somebody up that much over something you do. That's what you do. You know what I mean? But other than that, the last question I will round it out with, just to end the episode, is, and I know we've touched this again, but since there's been moves made, people sitting out, I want finals predictions on the East. But before I do that, I will say I didn't bring this up in that game or in the episode. D'Angelo Russell back. I didn't see that. I know he came back. He came back beginning of April. He dropped 25 against the Kings when he first came back. But I saw him in the Timberwolves. He was hitting some threes. He was 15-1-1. Didn't have a great game. But I was thinking to myself, best shot you've had since shooting Nick Young snitching on himself. So congrats to D'Angelo Russell. At least you're not a filmmaker anymore, motherfucker. But give me the finals, Eastern Finals, Conference Finals, estimates, predictions, and we'll wrap this bitch up.
Eric, what you got?
You go Eastern Conference. You gotta go Philly. I'm gonna go with the Heat. Philly and Heat.
Ooh.
With the Philly taking it.
Oh, that's
he's counting out Brooklyn. Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going Brooklyn. I can't stay at Brooklyn.
But even with the sit-outs, you think with everybody sitting out, coming in healthy at the playoffs, you think that Brooklyn ain't going to cause some problems?
I know they are, but I can't say it.
Okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that.
I don't have the respect for it.
I'm not mad.
Yeah.
What about you, Mount?
I'm gonna go with I think it'll actually be Boston. I think they'll edge Philly out before that, and I think it'll be Boston, probably Boston and Brooklyn. I'm gonna go Boston, Brooklyn.
Okay. What about you, Aaron?
I mean, Boston, Brooklyn, Philadelphia, Brooklyn. I mean, I think Philadelphia and Brooklyn is probably the most logical choice.
Philadelphia and Brooklyn. So you're saying Philly, if Philly,
I'm going with the obvious.
So if Philly faces Boston to get into the finals, you're saying Philly edges them out?
I think Philly beats them in 5.
5. Okay, that was about to be my next question. Okay.
I think it's an easy win. But
okay,
bucket.
It's uninteresting on the East, and on the West is more interesting because
see, I don't think so. I mean, I definitely think it's very
You said
interesting
it.
on the West, but I think that the East is like a narrow road. You feel what I'm saying? There's a lot of teams that
Or
fit
just
onto the road, but how many can slide through that road to make it through?
I guess what I'm trying to say is that the West is going to be more entertaining games and more interesting series.
Right. I agree there.
I think the East is going to be pretty self-explanatory. He's going to get there.
Right.
You said what, Eric?
I said the Nets are just they're the obvious shot for the East, but I
can see.
I hate it.
Depending on injuries and all that, I can see Celtics putting it to them.
Right.
I can see it being a good series.
Oh yeah,
it could.
I can see it going at least 6 is what I'm going to say. But mine, I would have to agree with Malk. I think it's going to be Celtics, Nets. I'm not going to say who I would think come out just at this moment. I mean, the obvious prediction would be the Nets. But I'm not going to say that we couldn't see an upset this year. With that being said, I will say, Eric, it has been more than a pleasure having you on. Hope to see you again sometime and anytime you are free. Does anybody
Thank you guys so much. Yeah, it was a blast.
I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you more.
Good
thank you guys.
Does anybody have anything to take us out with?
Eric, if you can, we know you know some people definitely by now. Since you enjoyed it, man, you had a good time. I know you're not a big social media guy, but like or share it, like it, send it to anybody you feel like may check it out. I know you've got some international ties at this point. Just try to spread the love.
I've been working on the social media, so I'll definitely. I need to start more. It's just difficult for it. I feel
right.
Yeah.
Well,
for sure though.
To all my shower heads, I hope you enjoyed. As always, be good or be good at it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see y'all next time.